Taurus, right? I'm about to do your read. So, first off, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. I feel like I don't know if you're protecting yourself from somebody or you're feeling uncertain about a particular person, or this person could be feeling that way about you. Um, I feel like you're taking your time with this person. I feel like you're the one who wants to approach them, but they might not be open to it. I feel like they could be a fire sign, but I also feel like they could be. I feel like they don't know what your intentions are. This person could have gone through a lot of things in the past, and I feel like this person could have been. I feel like you could have met this person when you were younger. I also feel like you wanted to offer this person like a sense of security, or not financially. I feel like you wanted to. I don't know if it's help them or this could be someone doing it to you, but I get the sense you're the one wanting to provide like a shelter for someone or to take care of them or something like that. I feel like this is someone that you knew in the past, and I feel like both of you went your separate ways. I feel like you both are in similar energies because there's Queen of Cups and King of Cups. So I feel like you both, as you got older, you moved away from each other or you didn't engage. I feel like you still care about this person or you still think about them a lot. I also feel like you have a lot of feelings you want to express to this person that you haven't, and I feel like this person is cold to you, or they shut you out emotionally, or they're emotionally guarded. Like I feel like they don't want to emotionally open themselves up to you. And I feel like it's almost like they hold a grudge, but I don't know if it's to you, but that's kind of the feeling that it comes across. It's like they hold a grudge. I feel like this person has a lot of emotional turmoil that they don't tell you about, or I don't know if you know that about this person. I feel like this person can come across as arrogant, or they have an arrogant feel. They're very protective of themselves. This person protects themselves a lot, and I feel like you felt as though you didn't receive what you would have wanted to from this person. I think you both felt like it was a good match for each other, but it didn't work out. I also feel like in the future, you're going to be taking new opportunities in life, and I feel like you're going to have a specific person. I don't know if it's this person, maybe a friend or someone else that's close to you that will be helping you to pursue those new opportunities. But I feel like new opportunities are going to be coming for both of you separately. That's kind of the impression I get. This person is, I want to say timid, or like they're very timid. I feel like you're both trying to start lives away from each other, because you're the Fool and they're the Page of Wands. I feel like you're both trying to start new lives away from each other, because in both of these cards, they're looking different directions. I feel like you're both purposely trying to start a new life separate from each other. You're both trying to do that. I think this person is figuring out how to do that, and I feel like they're wanting to start new somewhere else, and you're wanting to start new somewhere else as well. I think you're ready for new experiences, and I think this situation could have brought you to a low point in your life. What else do I feel? I feel like this person is very cold towards you, and I feel like in the future you're going to be cold towards them in return. I also feel like you feel like that's justice. It's almost like, I think it's how you reconcile the situation in your mind, is by giving what they give back. And I don't think this person is going to change very much. I think walking away and investing in new emotional opportunities is going to bring you more success. But I think waiting around on this person is not a good idea, because I don't think they're going to change their mind. This person's very stubborn. It's coming out like an Aries, or like an Aries person. They're very stubborn. They're very, very stubborn person. They don't really like to change, or they don't like to open up. I get the impression that this person, I don't know if they hold a grudge against you, but I feel like they're not letting you in for a reason. That's the impression it comes across, like they don't want to let you in for a reason, because they feel very strong about that. I feel like they feel very stern. They're very, very stern about that. It's like they don't want you to not hurt them, but I think they may get the impression that you play games to them, or you are emotionally immature to them when you come their way, or I feel like you've done things that they didn't like. And I'm not going to say it like that, because that sounds too blunt. I need to explain it properly. I feel like this person feels as if maybe you weren't taking them seriously, and I think that offended them. I think they actually had a lot more feelings than you realized. I think this person felt a lot of feelings for you, just as equal as you would have felt for them previously. But I feel like they didn't think you felt equal to what they were feeling, because of the behavior that you expressed. It's like some patterns of behavior you are showing. gave the impression to them that you were not upfront, or you were not taking them as seriously as they would take something. So I think you're just not on the same page with how to approach something. Because this person feels very serious. It could be cross-watcher, but I feel like this person's a very serious person, and they take things seriously. And I feel like maybe they saw that you weren't as serious as them, even though you could have felt that way, and they immediately made an assumption that you are not taking them seriously. Because I feel this person has very strong, I don't know if it's discipline, or they have very strong boundaries. They have very strong. They're very, very stern. It's a very they're very rock solid. This person is, and I just think they don't appreciate anything less than someone approaching a situation appropriately. That's what it feels like. It doesn't feel like they hate you or anything. I think they just, I get the feeling they lost faith in your ability to be a serious companion in their life. I think that's what it is, and I think it did upset them. And I think their way of dealing with it is by not being close to you, or not engaging with you in any kind of or in any way. So not even as friends, not romantic partners. I feel like this person wants to just cut the slate clean, so that they can find what it is they really truly want. Because this person's very serious. They take things super seriously because they keep coming up as kings, emperors. They're the emperor as well, and they see you as the Knight of Pentacles. So I feel like they don't know if you have the capacity to take things as seriously as they do. I also feel like they think that you are doing things for attention, or it's like they feel like you're emotionally immature, and you do that to get attention, or the behaviors you've shown that they've seen that way. But that's the impression I get. I think at the end of the day, you're going to move away from this. I feel like this is just a mismatch of personalities. That's what I really think it is. I feel like it's a mismatch of personalities. And what's so interesting is, when you met this person, they were a lot younger, or when you knew them, and you were younger as well, and they grew into this person who's like extremely serious. And I think it kind of shocked you a little bit, or you was taken aback by how they actually are. Because I think they grew to be this person. That's the impression I get, and they grew quickly. They might have had a lot of things happen besides you that didn't go so well. But I get the impression that you're a lot less serious, and you're more willing to take risks, and you're more willing to go with the flow and celebrate life. And I think you do take things seriously, but not as seriously as they do. They're very I wouldn't say extremist, but they're quite rigid in their approach, in their thinking. They're very rigid, and you're not that rigid. I think you're a lot more loose in terms of how you perceive something. You're a lot more willing to accept change, and I think this person is not. It could be vice versa, because it sounds more like a Taurus, but that's what I'm getting. And I think this situation isn't going to grow. I think it's better to move away and to start new. I think that's best for both of you. I don't feel like it's going to be just good for one of you. I feel like both of you are going to grow better apart, and that's fair. That's fair. You didn't find what you wanted here, but I think you will somewhere else, and I think they will somewhere else too. And I don't think this person is, in all of their cards, they're not really looking back, and I don't think they plan on looking back. And I feel like in a few of your cards, there's a few things you're going to be doing just to see if they're still open to this. And I wouldn't recommend that, because I feel like through their experience with you, it's taught them that they have to set boundaries. And I feel like in this situation, the lesson you need to learn is that if someone's not open to it, you just have to accept it for what it is, without putting someone down. Do you know what I mean? Like, just because something doesn't work out, it doesn't mean that they're bad. Whatever it is, it just means it's not for you. And that's where it ends. It's not for you. It's okay. They have their life that they need to live and fulfill. They'll find their happiness, and you need to find your happiness, so that it's fair. It's not like one wins and the other doesn't. Because I feel like you might struggle with it maybe a little bit. Yeah, I feel like you're going to be doing. I feel like you're going to be doing good things in the future. And I don't know if this is just a ploy to get them to take notice of you. Maybe that they should have taken an opportunity with you in the past, but I don't feel like this person's going to budge. They're not very easy to manipulate. This person's not easy to manipulate, not at all. Very, very, very stern person. They're not that easy. This person makes me laugh. But I think it's like a bond that you had when you were younger, and you just grew apart, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with that. Opportunities will come for both of you in different ways. You have your own lives to live and to grow, and that's okay. But don't depend on this person to be around. Let me ask, what is it that you want with this person? What is it that you... I honestly feel like this relationship that came into your life, I feel like it was something that's supposed to come into your life, and it was supposed to come into their lives and their life, and it was supposed to teach each of you how to grow in different ways. It was supposed to be like that, but I don't think it was supposed to be something that lasts. Um, I also feel like this person could have more than one person trying to approach them, but they're so closed off. This person's very, very closed off, and I feel like you may not be the only person that's trying to get into their get onto their good side. That's how it feels. It's like maybe this person's been wronged by more than one person, and the other people who wronged him or wronged them are also trying to make right. So I feel like this person meets a lot of people. Maybe that's why they're so closed off. This person's very, very masculine. It feels masculine. They feel very masculine, even if it's a female. The way they think and the way that they deal with problems is extraordinarily masculine. It's almost like if you're a man, if you're a male Taurus, this person's the way they think is it feels more masculine than you. That's the impression. That's the impression that I get. They're very, very stern, and I feel like they're not afraid to put someone in their place. I just feel like this situation was something to help you grow, and it's not something to take so hard. I feel like you're not going to take it too hard eventually. I feel like you're going to get over it, and I feel like this person will get over it eventually as well. And I feel like you're going to be back and forth in your head. You're going to be thinking like, oh, well, what if we could be friends? Or because I think you see this person's value. I think you see how they hold themselves, and I think you may have admiration for that, or it's like you admire something in them that you would like to be more of. I just feel like you're very different. Eventually, I feel like this person's going to focus on their own emotional growth. I think they will always hold back. I just feel like they've made a final decision. They're not easy to sway. I feel like this person's made a final decision, and they did long ago. That's the impression I get. They made a final decision a long time ago, and they stuck to that, even to this day. And I feel like there'll be situations where you'll come in and out and, I don't know, see if they're still open to it, but they won't be. They're just not going to be. I think the longer this goes on, the more the decision sets in for them. And it's not like, I don't think this person hates you. I just think they're aware. Yeah. I think you're both going to be fine without each other. I think you really have this feeling like there's something within them that can help you grow. And I think that is true. And I think you do the same for them. They just don't express it. I think the lesson for them feels harder because they're very rigid. It's harder for them to change. But I think your behavior, whatever behavior you exhibited, and I'm not saying you're in the wrong, because I feel like you did wait patiently for this person to be receptive to you. And I think they just weren't. And I think eventually you're just going to accept it. I think they're going to just accept it. And I think, I hope it doesn't make you, I get the impression later on, it's going to make you have these you're going to have like negative mindset, towards this person. But I think this person I think it's teaching you a lot about how you approach this situation mentally as well, how you address this person in your mind. Because I think you're going to go towards the negative a bit later on. I think you're going to wait and see if they respond again, see if they are receptive to you again, and they won't be. They're going to hold back. They're not going to offer you anything. I think they're going to focus on their money, and they're going to focus on new opportunities financially, because this person's very stable. I feel like this is a very, very rock solid person. They like having security, and I think you're going to feel like this is a loss, and then you're going to start overthinking negative thoughts. But it's just, I think if you did do something, it's not showing me that you did anything really. I think more than anything, it's just teaching you to let go of what's not serving you and let go of the behavior you may have contributed to the situation, so that in the future it doesn't create more of this, because you don't want to ruin something that could have been good, given the opportunity. So that's the impression I get. And that's what I got, Taurus. That's what I got. All right, I better go. Bye.